So when I get to this chain grip or this S grip here, a lot of times when I go to put this torque on, it puts some torque on my own wrist. And we have a tendency on a lot of times when that happens to let things unfold and let that torque come off, but I'm also untorquing him. So when I have this position, we're reaching up, we're grabbing here, and we're like this. And this is very easy on my wrist now. But I could do this all day, and this is not gonna put him to sleep. It doesn't have near the threat or the pressure there. So these lines need to stay sharp bone down, sharp bone up. I need this pressure. As soon as this rotates like this, this choke disappears. So without the arm even in the way, I'm right here. There we go. I S grip. See how my hands are lined up, thumb up. I'm in here like this. If this rotates this way, I can squeeze on this. And if he just sits there, eventually I might get that, but
I mean, it sucks,
it's
but
pretty
it's
weak.
not, yeah.
It's pretty weak. But if I get here and I go just a little bit less pressure, and he's tapping immediately. So one is this grip. The other is some of you guys are going to just a gable grip. You're going, well, I could still get this pressure. Here's gonna be the problem we're gonna have with that. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's an easy grip to get to, but my grip gets locked out a little further. So I have a thicker part of my forearm on there, and it forces my shoulder back. So one of the things as we get to this next level is his way out. If I get here and I go like this, just look at me hard. Now there's no choke. So I need to get this shoulder in and block his face from turning to face me. And that's what's gonna lock this into finish. With that gable grip, it forces me back this way and takes that shoulder pressure off. So if I grab like this, see how I can't get a hard shoulder pressure into him? Now turn hard and look into me. And now I'm gonna have to let go just to maintain top position. So this grip is the preferred grip, not because I can't make this work, but it's just low, so low percentage. It's gonna get me in trouble. Right, Juan? Juan knows why am I saying this? You should have been told me. So when I pop this over, this locks in tight. Look how close my hands are to his neck. Now my shoulder's in tight. Now look at me. Drive in, turn, hard. Now I'm on this spot and I'm winning that. Make sense? So if I get my grip way out here, I'm gonna feel like I can put enough pressure to keep him from looking at me, but now look at my choke. Or I can put my choke on and now he can look at me. So if he just lays there and taps, hallelujah. But I ain't betting on that. It's a bad bet. So we're going that chain grip or that S grip. Blade, blade. Scissor. Right? Scissors don't work if you take one of the scissors and crank it over like this. You'll bend paper, but you're not gonna cut it. I wanna cut. Second piece is shoulders on that face. Now I raise it up, he goes to look at me, and that face is stuck, and now I can get that pressure on and finish. So let's go back, hit this a few more times, really pay attention to those details, give a little check, make sure they can't look in when you're there, like you can even tell them, get there and then be like, okay, look at me. And I want you to try and turn your head and body in. If it turns in, go back, readjust, get your shoulder pressure better. Make sense? Let's go, 1, 2, 3.